Today we're going to talk about two really important concepts in literature called theme and thematic statements. What these really talk about is when you're reading a book, you're always asking the question of what's the point? Why am I reading this? Now there's a few different reasons to read it, and some of these are illustrated in these different quotes. For example, a reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. Right? We can read to see the world, to know more about what's going on in it. We can read because it allows us to travel. It allows us to see different experiences and different life stories. And those are great, right? It's important that we're reading for enjoyment and because it helps us understand the world better. But we also need to think about, why do we read on a deeper level? And I want you to think about this quote. You think your pain and your heartbreak are unprecedented in the history of the world, but then you read, it was books that taught me that the things that tormented me most were the very things that connected me with all the people who were alive, who had ever been alive. That's from James Baldwin. There's a couple more, right? We read to know we're not alone. Reading is an exercise in empathy, an exercise in walking in someone else's shoes for a while. Reading helps us learn life lessons that make us more full, more complete, more understanding humans. So that's really what we're going to be talking about today, is how do we learn lessons about ourselves, about the world, and about all those who live in it? And the question is, but how do we get those lessons out of the text? So to start with, we're going to talk about these two ideas, theme and thematic statements. But we're going to start by really looking at theme. So here are some examples of theme, and I want you to look at these as they come up. I'll make it a little bigger so you can see. We have hate, friendship, revenge, loyalty, war, racism, joy, youth. What do you notice about these words? What kind of stands out to you about these words as we went through them? Now let's start with the definition. A theme is, at its most basic level, it's an important topic that the text is about. So again, if we go back to those examples, you've got hate, friendship, revenge, loyalty, war, racism, joy, youth. All those are important topics that as you're reading a text, that's what the text could be about. Now let's think about, from these movies, these possible movies, what are some possible themes, important topics that these movies center around? Here are some that come up for me. In Harry Potter, we have friendship and bravery. In the Hunger Games, we have government and doubt. In the Avengers, we have teamwork and hope. Now, these aren't the only themes that are going to be in all of these. There are tons more themes, but these are just the first ones that come to mind. So again, a theme is that important topic that the text is about, and there can be multiple themes inside of a text. But some of you are thinking, wait, we were supposed to learn about how the books can teach us lessons about the world, but themes aren't lessons. So why are they important? Well, that's where we get to our next idea, thematic statements. Thematic statements are the following. Let's look at these and see if you can figure out what's going on. I'll make it a little bigger so you can see as these come in. But these are thematic statements here, and I want you to ask yourself, what do you notice about them? Right? How do they stand out? What do they make you think of? What do they look like? So the best way to think about a thematic statement, it's a life lesson or a message about a theme, right? So we got our topic, we got our theme, and now we're talking about what's that life lesson that theme is all about. So again, going back to those possible movies, I'm going to use the Avengers that we used before. Teamwork and hope might be two of the themes, the important topics that the text is about. But here might be some of those thematic statements where we're talking about a life lesson from that theme. We have, in times of real adversity, a team needs to trust each other and believe in those around them to truly reach their fullest potential. We have teamwork as our theme, and now this is the life lesson about teamwork that is our thematic statement. Again, with hope, we have, when all hope seems lost, it's essential to remember why you're fighting and reach out to those who are around you for support. Again, hope, theme. The life lesson is our thematic statement about hope. So again, a life lesson or message about a theme is what our thematic statement is. How are they connected though, right? First, you find the theme. Think about what's the important topic in the text. And then next, you're going to think about that theme and think about what's the life lesson around that, and that will help you develop your thematic statement. So again, quick review. A theme is an important topic that the text is about. A thematic statement is a life lesson from the text. So next time you read a book or watch a movie or binge a TV show, ask yourself, What's the lesson that I can learn from this?